So it shows some of the players you're going to be getting. I see Hall of Famers in there. I see Mike Schmidt. I see Dave Winfield. Who else do I see? I see. Hey there, y'all. Bunkle here. Hope you've been having a great day. Hope every day is a blessed day for you and y'all. So I got here another oddball baseball card set from the 1980s. Now this one is 1987 Fleer Baseball Classic Miniatures. Contains 120 trading cards, baseball cards, and 18 logo stickers. Now recently I did a video on valuations or values, PSA values of the 1986 Fleer Baseball Classic Miniatures, and I'll post a link down below so you can take a look-see. Now, the 87s don't have as much PSA value as the 86s, but these are really cool cards, really teeny tiny cards. And if you're a personal, like a player collector, this could be a good set to look into. Just another fill-in type card for somebody that's in your collection. Speaking of PSA values, you might take a look at, if you're going through this and you're not a Canseco collector or you do like your cards slabbed, Jose Canseco in a 10 is about $77. Now, the cool thing about this is if it's a 9, it's about $30. So, I mean, considering costs and fees and everything else, unless you get a special, at least you're going to be breaking even on it. So, and maybe a little bit more. And who knows what these are going to do in the future. But if you prefer your cards raw, well, then you know what? It doesn't much matter. You could probably pick one of these up for, I don't know, $7, $8, $9 on eBay or somewhere else. I know those were part of a big mixed lot set that I got, or mixed set lot, sorry. So anyway, let's get opening and take a look-see at these teeny tiny cards. Now you have a checklist on the side there. So it shows some of the players you're going to be getting. I see Hall of Famers in there. I see Mike Schmidt. I see Dave Winfield. Who else do I see? I see Jim Rice. Jim Rice also has good value in a 10 as well as a 9. But none of these are over $100. That's for sure. All right, let's take a look-see. I'm going to cut carefully. Probably don't even need to cut this. This is just like flimsy wrap. I mean, it does come as part of a cool little box. So, I mean, this right here could fit on anybody's shelf. As far as pages or something like that, if you're going to be putting them in. Well, you need to get like these little teeny tiny pages or something. I don't know. Because if you see these little teeny tiny itsy bitsy cards. We'll start off, let's see. Let's get this out of here. We'll take a look. Okay, box empty. Now, if I was going to do a comparison between a standard card size, and one of these, you could see the difference in there. I mean, this is itsy bitsy teeny tiny. All right, let's make sure I don't manhandle these too much. No gloves. All right, we got the Minnesota Twins sticker. That's pretty cool. Toronto Blue Jays sticker. Now, I do wonder if these are going to be in any kind of order. Texas Rangers sticker. Seattle Mariners sticker. The Oakland A's. Back of the stickers are blank. Baltimore Orioles. Very cool. If you're an Orioles fan, getting a little teeny tiny mini sticker could be cool. Mets fan, same thing. If you're a Metsies fan, go for it. I mean, this set could be ideal, whether a player collector or team collector, that's for sure. Got the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, or the Angels of Los Angeles Angels, or the California Angels, okay. You got the Cleveland Indians sticker, not the Guardians, the Indians. Yep, kiddos, that's what it was. San Francisco Giants, St. Louis Cardinals, Kansas City Royals. All right, there you go, Cubbies fans. Chicago Cubs sticker. Now, I'm sure that there's some Boston Red Sox fans out there. I don't know who would think about that, but Anyway, Yankee fan here, y'all know that. Philadelphia Phillies sticker. Detroit Tigers sticker. Houston Astros sticker. Very nice. Look at the dome. Look at the dome. And the New York Mets sticker. So you don't get a full I guess, team, a full set of all the stickers, because I didn't see a Yankee sticker in here. Did you? I didn't. Nope, no Yankee sticker. So you got a bunch of stickers, but not all of them. But if I'm not mistaken, it does say that on the box, doesn't it? It says 18 logo stickers, and there were 26 teams at the time, I believe. So, yeah, there's that. So that's a little bit of a letdown. Now, this is what the cards look like. Same as the 1986 Flair, again, except for teeny tiny itsy bitsy. And are they in order? Nope, they're not. That's number 30. So, and the backs also look exactly like the backs on the regular 86s. So, got Jim DeShays, Eric Davis, Brian Downing, Shawan Dunston, Mark Eichhorn, sorry. Little teeny tiny cards, so little teeny tiny letters. Dwight Evans, Tony Fernandez, Julio Franco, Gary Gaetti, Andres Galarraga, Scotty Geraltz. Dude looks like a social studies teacher. Steve Garvey, Kirk Gibson, Dwight Gooden, nice card of Dwight Gooden, that's for sure. Ken Griffey Sr., because, Junior's not up yet. Mark Gubica, I think he was still in high school at that time. Ozzie Geegan, still 3 years off from his rookie card. Griffey, that is. Bill Gullickson. Nice one of Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer there. Very cool. Von Hayes. Ooh, Ricky. Oh, Ricky, that's a nice one. I like that card. See, as a Ricky, Reggie, and I guess Yankee collector, that's a great Ricky card. Again, little teeny tiny, and it's got, I would say these are also glossy, because, you can see the shine on them, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to keep that one on the side. Keith Hernandez, Willie Hernandez, Teddy Higuera, Charlie Huff, Kent Herbeck, Pete Incaviglia, Wally World Joyner, that's pretty cool. Jim Lindemann, I know that there's still a lot of Wally Joyner fans out there. Don Assi, Joaquin Andujar, Harold Baines, Hall of Famer there. Jesse Barfield, don't know why he is, but Kevin Bass, Donnie Baylor, George Bell, and Tony Bernazard. So that's our first little stacky here. I will say when I took these out, they seemed a little bit tight in the box. So getting them back in might be a bit of a hassle. Got Bert Blyleven, Wade Boggs, nice Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs fan out there, right? Phil Bradley, Sid Bream, George Brett, Hubie Brooks, Chris Brown, Tom Candiotti, and that's the Canseco card. Now let's take a look-see. Now, y'all tell me, but the centering looks somewhat decent, maybe a 9. The left to right is definitely to my eyes looks off a smidge. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that one, besides my hand shaking a little bit. Got Gary Carter, Joe Carter, Rocket Roger Clemens. Now compared, that one's way off center compared to the Canseco. Vince Coleman, Cecil Cooper, Richard Dotson, Ronnie Darling, Alvin Davis, Chili Davis, Bo Diaz, Glenn Davis, lots of Davises. Mike Davis, just not me. All right, Doug DeCinces, Ernest Riles, nice little Ripken card there. Shout out to the Ripken fans. Ron Robinson, Juan Samuel, Ryan Sandberg, very cool. Cubbies fans, Sandberg fans, there's definitely some out. Steve Sachs, Schmitty, Hall of Famer there. And the centering on that one looks really nice. I'll keep the Schmidt on the side also. And Ken Schramm. All right, getting down to the next little stack here. Got Mike Scott, Ruben Sierra, Lee Smith, Hall of Famer, Ozzie Smith, Hall of Famer. I see what they did. They put these in alphabetical order. Took me a little while to catch up. That's what it looks like. Corey Snyder, Kent Colby, Andres Thomas, Rob Thompson, Alan Trammell, John Tudor, Fernando Valenzuela, Greg Walker, Mitch Webster, Lou Whitaker, Frank White, Reggie Williams, Glenn Wilson, Willie Wilson, Dave Winfield, Mike Witt, Todd Worrell, Floyd Yeoman, the Montreal Expos old vintage uniform there, vintage team. No more Expos in the Major League Baseball. Okay, take those. We got Bob Canepa. Mike Krukow. Okay, so I must have mixed these up, or they didn't come in alphabetical order in the box. I don't know, one or the other. Got Mark Langston, Carney Lansford, Bill Madlock, Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly, very, 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 very off-center, top to bottom, left to right, every direction possible. Might as well be diamond cut. Got Kirk McCaskill, Lance McCullers, Keith Moreland, Jim Morrison. Yeah, these are getting progressively worse. Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. Lloyd Mosby. Jerry Mumphrey. Dale Murphy, should be Hall of Fame. Eddie Murray. Pete O'Brien. Bobby Ojeda. Jesse Orozco. Dan Pasqua. Dave Parker, another Hall of Famer, just got in. Long overdue. Larry Parrish. Jeff Reardon. Jim Presley. Kirby Puckett, nice. Very off-center there. Dan Quisenberry. Tim Rock Raines. Dennis Rasmussen. Johnny Ray. Jim Rice. Now, looking at some of these, yeah, you see that last one right there? I don't know if you can see it, but the corner looks very dinged up. So I guess that's something that could happen in these boxes also. Don't know if that was the last card or somewhere in the middle. It's the only card I noticed that there was a ding, and that's on Rags Rigetti. So all in all, a fun little set, little teeny tiny. Again, if you compare, I mean, there's no comparison really. But yeah, it's like half a baseball card. Look at that. And slightly more because you see the top edge is sticking out. So, but definitely some cool cards to add to your collection. And again, very low price, low cost set. And great stuff to add to your personal, whether you're a Hall of Fame collector or a team collector or a great players collector or 500 home run hitter, whatever it might be. From this generation, you know, coming to you from the mid-'80s, this is pretty cool. Well, late 80s. 87's kind of late unless you consider like 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, all the mid. I guess. I don't know. Everybody looks at things differently. I mean, just like the junk wax era, who really can 100% define when it started and when it finished? I don't know if anybody can. Either way, I had fun showing y'all these. Let me know in the comments what you think about these teeny tiny itsy bitsy little Fleer cards. I think they're pretty cool. Just want to also say thanks much for commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button so you can see more interesting content like this, or who knows what I'm going to put up from one day to the next. I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Anyway, y'all take care, stay well, stay blessed as always. Bonkle out.